What's up, fam? Mainman Mademan here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Salute to the fam. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First off, salute the Fred of Barbershop Conversations for doing a great interview with Errol Spence Jr. over on his channel. Please, everybody, go check that on out. I'm going to take a little nugget up off that from what I gathered from that interview, and we will break the interview down further on an upcoming live stream, fam. But one of the main nuggets that I got out of it, man, was Errol Spence Jr. telling the world that after pretty much he's done with Manny Pacquiao, that he is going to head across the street and see what he can get done as far as for Terence Crawford. According to Errol Spence Jr., and I quote, "After I take that, I'm going to go across the street to see what they're talking about. If not, I'm moving to 154, end quote. So for Terence Crawford fans, that should be a little bit of assurance right there, right? That we know that Errol Spence Jr. has not taken his eye off the ball. Now, of course, a lot of stuff can happen between now and then. We still don't know what's going to happen with the Yordenis Ugas situation. Of course, there's articles and reports floating around that Manny Pacquiao may be elevated or reinstated back to WBA super champion, but that's just not guaranteed as of yet. It's a high probability. But let's just say that third title does end up back in there with Pacquiao and Spence. Well, that gives boxing fans much lesser of a headache to have to worry about undisputed because all of the belts are still intact. Now, if Yordenis Ugas take that belt and go off to, say, face Keith Thurman or anyone else of stature and he ends up losing that title, well, that just puts things back into the Spence cycle, and we just don't know where we're going to end up. But to hear Errol Spence Jr. talk like this and say he's immediately going to go over there to see what's up, well, this is clearly still part of Errol's plan. And Errol's plan has always been, let me go off and do this, that, this, get that belt, get this opponent, get that opponent, and when it's all said and done, I will pivot to Terence Crawford for one final offer, and if he refuses, I move up. That's Errol's plan. So we are still operating in Errol's plan. Now we'll just keep our eyes to the WBA and see what happens with that super title. And we're going to talk more about that on the upcoming live stream too, because I mean, as much as we, being selfish boxing fans about this, is this being done right to Yordenis Ugas? And I don't know, man. I think it's a little foul, you know what I'm saying? But we'll talk more about that real soon. But it's good to hear that Errol Spence Jr. still has the same plan intact, and that is to gather these belts and afterwards to go, he says, to go across the street. He says to go across the street. I don't think he goes to ESPN. I think he's saying meet me in the street, as opposed to let's sit down and talk. And let's see, now that I've done all of this work, are you still going to stand on your same positions? But my question is, when we get to that point, is Errol Spence Jr. willing to walk away from a deal worth undisputed? It's easy to sit here and say from a lot of boxing fans' point of view, oh, he'll just walk away from the deal if the financials are not correct. But as Errol Spence Jr., once again, the burning question remains. Once you get that close to undisputed, are you willing to walk out the door at that point? Well, we're just going to see. We're getting close, fam. Thumbs up. I see y'all real soon on the live stream. We got a lot to talk about. Much love to the fam. Thumbs up on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Share. Rock those bells. Errol Spence Jr. stand on message, stand on plan, stand, he going to go across the street. I like that. To the next video. Peace out.